Alright, so I feel like this video needs a little bit of explanation before we begin. Um, Now, one of the problems with streaming on Twitch and getting challenger from Twitch is that a lot of times I will get, people that don't really know what they're doing, don't know what Smokin is, and that means they ask for anything goes battles, which is a format that I can't really say I appreciate that much. So, I decided a while ago that, you know what, from now on, I'm going to try to recreate that epic Magikarp sweep that, really actually got my channel off the ground. Battle number 83. I'm sure you guys have all seen it, so I'm like, okay, even if I lose, it'll be fun. It'll just be a way that I can, battle these people. And without, you just wasting time because, it's just not very interesting for viewing. But here you go, guys. I give you my second Magikarp sweep on YouTube. I hope that you will enjoy. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so right off the bat, you can see that he's using a Kanto-only team. Actually pretty cool. His only Uber is actually Mewtwo. He's using the 3 Kanto starters, a Nidoking, and a Raichu as well. So, this looks like to me, a pretty good candidate to try to do this. This is, has to be my 4th or 5th attempt to try to do this on Twitch, so let's go ahead and see how it goes. I, of course, lead with Magikarp, and as you guys right remember, the first move you gotta do is Splash. And because he's gonna go for a Solar Beam, that means I have to Splash twice in order to get hit down to 1 HP with that Solar Beam. Now, by the way, if you don't know how this sweep is done, I will leave how the sweep works in the video description. And, in advance, there are several, and you don't need to say it, there are a ton of ways to counter this sweep. It is purely for the, interest of it, just for the fun of it that I'm attempting it. It's not a extremely valid Wi-Fi strat, obviously. Anyway, so he goes out, I go out into Fortress, and I do that so I can set up some entry hazards just in case he does have the Focus Sash. Not to mention, I would really like to force this Venusaur to switch, and as you can see, he's just not buying it. He's keep going for things like Strength and Petal Dance, or no, it wasn't Petal Dance, that was like Petal Blizzard or whatever. I'm like, come on, dude, you need a switch right now. The reason that I need him to switch is because in Gen 6, I can't use Spore or Sleep Powder against grass types. So I really do, and if you guys remember the sweep, I will leave that link to the first one in the description. I do need to put something to sleep first. That is kind of required. So he's going to try to do everything he can to damage my Fortress with his Venusaur, and it's not really going to work. In the meantime, though, I get to set up a lot of entry hazards, and that's pretty cool. I think I can set up all 3 layers of Spikes and Stealth Rock, so that should help Magikarp a little bit. Now, he does end up switching this turn, as I, once again, I just wanted to force him to switch. I just go for the Gyro Ball to maybe say, hey, look, dude, I'm going to be damaging your Venusaur. But, he ends up actually switching this turn into Blastoise, so I finally got what I want. Hooray! Regardless, I really don't want to go right into my, Smeargle, because it really can't afford to take damage, so I decided to go into Politoed. This does allow me to set up the Rain, which can help Magikarp sweep, obviously, due to Swift Swim. Unfortunately, though, in Gen 6, it is not permanent Rain, so it's not like it's going... So it'll probably be about wearing off when Magikarp comes in. But it's still good to get up anyway. Now I am going to switch out into Dustbuster, and obviously I'm going to bring Dustbuster along. If I'm going to have an epic Magikarp sweep, I need to have my second favorite Pokemon to also help out. So he goes out into Sparky, his Raichu, and I decide to go ahead and trick him my Choice Scarf, because if I can get him locked into a move that doesn't affect Smeargle, then that would be very good for me. And I end up doing that, and he gets a Choice Scarf as I get a Zap Plate, as he just goes for the Electro Ball, which, yeah, isn't really going to do a whole lot to Dustbuster, but, I am going to switch out now into Venusaur, and I do that because I know he's locked into an electric move, and I can actually set up the sleep with my Venusaur now. It is resisted, so I know that even if he switches or he stays in, I'm going to get the sleep I need so I can actually switch into Smeargle. He goes out into Charizard, who's going to get absolutely destroyed by the Stealth Rocks, as I go for the Mega Evolve first, and go for the Sleep Powder to put it to sleep. And now this is my best chance as any to go into Smeargle and try to set up this sweep. And I'm sure most of you guys know how it works, but if you don't, I guess you're in for a treat for the first time. And yeah, I go into Smeargle, and this sleeping Charizard does not wake up, thankfully. Actually, I think this is first turn, so it can't actually wake up anyway. But I am going to go for the sub, just in case he does decide to wake up, and he is still sleeping. Thank you for snoozing, and I'm going to go for that Belly Drum, which is a move that maximizes attack at the cost of half my life. Now, because it hits me down to 25% of my health, I'm able to eat my Salac Berry, which is also going to raise my speed. He's going to wake up this turn in Flame Burst, which is okay, because I know that, especially after the Salac Berry, I'm going to outspeed this Charizard, and I can just put it back to sleep with Spore, which is a move that will always hit and put to sleep. So now that it's back to sleep, I just need to hope that I can go ahead and go for the Baton Pass, a move that changes my Pokemon but keeps my stat changes, into Magikarp. Now, I have to hope that this thing does not wake up. It can actually wake up this turn, so I think it's 1 in 4 is the chance that it will get the first turn wake, and it does not, thankfully for me, and now I have everything I need to sweep. I have some speed boost, I have maximum attack on this little Magikarp, and because I have 1 HP, I can spam a 200 base power move in Flail, which is a move that does more damage the less HP it has, and at 1 HP, it does 200 base power, which is only 50 less base power, mind you, than Explosion. So basically, my Magikarp has over 500 attack, and is spamming now a move with a base power almost as much as Explosion. Considering his Pokemon are all going to take damage coming in, it looks to be a good chance that Magikarp is able to sweep. He goes out into Nidoking, which can have Poison Point, and I'm hoping that it does not, and if it does, for it to not activate, and thankfully I do not get poisoned. That really could have screwed over my sweep, and yeah, Charizard ends up dying to the Stealth Rocks, but you know what, I count it anyway, because Magikarp was in when it happened, so Magikarp gets the kill in my book. And here comes Blastoise, who is, comes in and is down to red HP. Now, the real kicker, though, of course, is his Mewtwo. That little strong uber thing. What's it gonna do? Is it gonna... I mean, obviously it might Mega Evolve, but because Mega Evolutions keep their original speed the first turn, I can still outspeed it even if it does Mega Evolve. He ends up saying he forgot the Mega Stone, so I don't even have to worry about the Mega Evolution, and goodbye, Mewtwo, take the Flail, and Bob's Funland of Tacos and all that. Good game. And this guy was named FurryToboe. Now, obviously, the guy is not a very competitive battler, and I think in order to get the Magikarp sweep off, you can't really... It can't be a competitive battler. Obviously, in the first sweep, I did sweep a team of mostly Ubers, but it was clear that that guy wasn't really that competitive either. And yeah, after the battle, I showed him the direction of Smogan and let him know that I would help him out with the, if he had competitive questions and all that. But yeah, that is the Magikarp sweep, updated now to Gen 6. And I think it took a little more doing. I mean, for some reason, in some ways, it's a little harder to pull off in Gen 6 and in Gen 4, and it wasn't quite as perfect like in my first video. But there you go. It happened live, and Magikarp swept. And, it did include a Mewtwo. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I guess today's question of the day is leave a comment about how awesome Magikarp is. If you like this video, I hope that you will like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next battle. Later.